So one of the things that we've been working on here at Belvedere is the teachers have been doing a lot of their own writing within the writing units. We started it last year, sort of towards the end of the year, with a poetry unit. It seemed to be something that writing poetry is not a favorite for every teacher. And so as they wrote, they did a lot of thinking about their process. And I think one of the key points that came out first was that teachers really saw that that they each have their own process, that there's not one right process, and that it's not linear. So we sort of started off our discussion by talking about how kids aren't going to move through pre-writing to drafting, editing and revising, that they kind of go in and out of these different parts of their process.
Yeah, one of the ways that I use this, before I even start teaching any of the genres, I try to write in that genre first. And this allows me to write down and jot down my thinking so I can see what I naturally do. And then from there, when I actually start the unit, I start from square one and write a brand new writing piece in that genre with the students. I'm showing them my thinking, I'm showing them decisions I'm making, I'm talking out loud all the decisions, all the thinking I'm doing. I'm showing them that writing is not an easy process and that I struggle making decisions in my writing too. I use this this one piece throughout the entire unit, and this allows them to see the progress. I come back, I teach all the lessons that are with that unit with that writing piece. It really lets the kids see that writing is a process and it's not a final product. Previously, I've used a lot of just mentor texts, and that hasn't allowed the students to see how the author got to that final piece. And I think the process is really a struggle for some students. So it gives them that way, the strategies that they can use, and that my demonstration allows them to really have something to grasp onto when they're struggling to get going.
I think one thing that's really important that you were talking about is the product versus the process, because what we were finding is that a lot of kids can tell you what goes into fiction and what can tell you this is a memoir or this is a personal narrative, and they can tell you what the end product includes, but how to get there was really missing. And so the teachers doing their writing in front of the kids or showing them their thinking and then using that in conferences, that's been a big kind of bridge from writing to product.
I know in fifth grade this year we've had a lot of genres where it's the first time they're seeing this. We started narrative nonfiction, and it was really a struggle. The students weren't familiar with it. We did use a lot of mentor texts immersing them, but then how do you get from the facts of the research you did to your narrative nonfiction piece was really challenging. And I feel like through demonstrating it in my own piece, they were able to really grasp onto those strategies, and our pieces came out, I think, awesome for our first time ever writing in that genre.
And I think the kids are willing to be risk takers when they see you taking the risk of doing writing and showing them the writing in front of them, and they see themselves more as authors, and when they are seeing you do it as well.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Right.